Hi, everyone, and welcome to Firmly Planted Wellness Live. I am so glad that you are here today because I have another amazing woman that you need to meet, because I know the topic we're talking about today with personal style is probably on every woman's mind right now, right? If this is the first time that we're meeting, my name is Lissa Figgins, and it's my mission to help busy women prioritize their wellness with a simple plan so that you can look, feel, and give your best. And today I have Solita Roberts with me. She owns Styled by Solita, and she is a style and image consultant. And I love the fact that she works with purpose-driven women to help them refine their personal style so that you can create confidence, success, and have a bigger impact because your outside finally matches your inside. So, Solita, thank you so much for being a guest today. Tell us a little bit more about your story and what inspires you to help women in this way.
Oh, thank you very much for having me, Lisa. I appreciate us, having the same like minds coming together, helping women feel good and look good at the same time. What started my journey on to personal styling? It was a personal experience that I had when I started my first corporate job at 20. Was like super excited, went out and bought 2 suits because that was the only thing I can afford. And I wore those 2 suits to death, absolutely to death. And, one day my supervisor pulled me aside and she was like, your appearance is a little bit on the not so, good side. It doesn't match your capabilities and your potential of what you can achieve, and so you need to put a little bit more effort into what you're wearing. And as difficult as I think that may have been for her to say, it was a bit hard for me to accept. But at the same time, what I like is persons being able to bring these things to my attention and being able to change, improve who I am. So that was the day that my life changed, because I didn't realize that, okay, people are looking at me, my appearance does matter, and it does matter not only to the message that I'm sending, but also to myself. And I decided that, okay, if I felt like this, the improvement that I've seen in my personal style in terms of me being able to have a voice, me being able to step into rooms and be confident, because I'm such an introvert. I would not have start a conversation with anyone. Very seldom. Most of the times I allow people to come to me, and I found that whatever I wore something that empowered me, I stand tall, I felt great about myself, and I'm able to receive those type of conversations and even be open to, stepping out and having those conversations with persons. And I figured, there are a lot of women who struggled with this as well, right? There are a lot of women who are self-conscious, who are, lack that confidence, not only in themselves, but in their appearance. So that's what brought me on this entire journey of being an image coach and personal stylist. So it's been amazing.
I love that someone was willing to say that to you, and that you took that and learned from it. And now look at it. You're taking this and you're helping other women who are also trying to figure this piece out. And right now, I feel like we live in such a digital age. There's so many images that we have access to or that come across our screens, throughout the day. And I think sometimes that negative impact on how we see ourselves and how we feel about our own personal style. What have you seen or experienced with people you've worked with when it comes to what they're seeing on social media, what we're seeing in the world around us?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Social media has both good and bad components of it. And I think most of it, we tend to, as human beings, we tend to compare ourselves, to these perfect squares that we see on social media, to these perfect bodies, hair, makeup, and everything. When we all know that if you have the perfect filter, you can have the perfect.
You can look amazing and at the right angle too. It's all about the selfie angle.
Exactly. So it's angle and it's lighting and it's all of that. So I've experienced with, recently I worked with a client that as part of the process, we would go on Pinterest and pin, outfits. It was all about the outfit and all about the accessories that she should have been looking at, and pin those to her board. And she was like, no, I don't want to do it. She was very adamant. I don't want to do it. So I'm like, why not? She's like, oh, everybody on Pinterest is so nicely dressed and they put together. And, I don't have the monies to buy these pieces like what they're wearing. And I'm like, no, this is not what we're doing. We're looking towards Pinterest and, places like social media for inspiration. They're all for
Yes.
inspiration. We're not looking at the face, we're not looking at the body, we're looking at,
Mm,
since we're working on your style, we're looking to identify things that you like, not things that you
mm,
like on that person based on their
right.
body type, but things that you would like to wear on your body. Because at the end of the day, personal style is about you. It's just identifying pieces and inspiration around, and then kind of just crafting it to your personal style. And it's amazing that there are, and I'm sure she's not the only one that
Right.
feels as though they don't compare or they don't measure up to
Mm,
these standard of beauty that we see on social media. So I encourage any woman, that's listening to this right now, that she may think that, she doesn't measure up. Do not compare yourself to what you see on social media. Half of
yes.
the time, it is not real. You're
Right.
living in a real body. Accept and embrace that body that you have.
I love that. I love that because
Yeah.
oftentimes I do. We think we wear things because we think it's what we should or what we see everyone else wearing. And it really doesn't. There's some things I know I tried on and thought, this doesn't do anything for me. Right. And so why waste our time? Why waste our money on those things? So if somebody wanted to, start making some changes in this area and, and really start figuring out what their personal style is, what would be maybe one or two tips that you would have to get started with?
Oh, two main focus that I would like when I'm working with all my clients that we start with. The first thing is starting with you, right?
Hmm.
We have to do that inside work, because you can go into the store and buy a new outfit. You can, put together nice pieces and everything like that. But if you don't feel good about yourself, if you don't feel as though you're in a place where you are happy, regardless of what's happening around you, and you're comfortable with your body and comfortable with who you are, you will forever be in that,
Mm,
space where you're constantly spinning your wheels and don't feel inspired by
mm,
your style. So my first tip to every woman who's struggling with this is to start with understanding, okay, why am I feeling the way I do? I had
mm,
a client that said to me that she felt as though she was using clothes as a band-aid,
mm.
right? Because
Just
she
covering
hasn't done
things up.
exactly, just
Mhm.
covering everything that she's going through. And we all have had an emotional year, an emotional couple of months. So it's just doing that internal work, understanding what you're going through and try to work through those difficulties. And then, of course, go into your
Mm,
closet and just remove everything that's negative, everything that you feel as though, okay, no, this is not going to work, this, I'm not happy with this. Remove all of that and start embracing more of what you love. Go into your closet and pull pieces that you may not have normally worn, right? I had a
mm.
client, as I said in a consultation, she pulled everything black because that's what she was wearing, that's how she felt.
Right,
And I was like,
right.
no, this is not what we're doing. Let's go into your closet. And just going into a closet, and there were so many different colors, like, and you have the pieces, wear them. And this is why I said that internal work matters, right?
Right.
Because she didn't feel good about herself, so she covered herself in these dark pieces, in these gloom and doom pieces, whereas she had the colors. Because she lacked the confidence to wear the colors, she didn't feel great about herself, and put them on, and she was beaming. I was like, this is what we want. So I
Right. What a
encourage women,
difference.
yeah, go into your closet, look at the pieces that you haven't worn in a while and
Mm,
wear them. Do not save your good pieces for some day. Wear them now.
right,
Okay,
right.
that's it.
Yes. There's some
Yeah,
reason why you purchased it in the first time. You thought you looked amazing at one point. So don't, now be doubting that. So I know that you've got
exactly.
some resources, including a really simple program to help women in this area. So real quickly, tell us about what that is and how women can find out more to get signed up for that.
Yeah, so I started a program. Applications are now open for the 7 days to Style Confidence program. Basically, what I need from you is 7 days, because I know there are a lot of things happening around the home. There's so many activities that women, are engaging right now, that you may say, oh, yes, I want to work on my style, but I don't have all that time to invest in it.
Mhm.
It's 7 days of self-paced activities along with my guidance. We do a group call just to go through, some of the challenges that you're having, and just give you some suggestions and tips that you can use to improve your life within the 7 days. It doesn't mean that you're committed to me for 24 hours. It just means you need to give
Right.
me half an hour to an hour every day, because you have to do these assignments, and it all depends on your schedule as well. So it's for women who are struggling with their self-confidence, struggling with accepting the bodies that they're in,
Mm.
struggling with, wanting to achieve more and do more, but cannot get themselves out of that rut to say, okay, let me make that move, let me start doing this. So it is a program. I'm super excited for all the women that are signing up as well, just being able to have a community and to come together and embrace each other and love each other and be able to motivate and inspire each other. So I look
And
forward to everyone that's joining and to be their coach and confidant.
yes, and I love when you can do it in community. It's just all the more empowering, right? So I will have
Yes.
you put the link to that around this video. So if you're watching this and you're interested in learning more about this free 7-day program, please go check it out. This could be exactly what you need to really start building that confidence and start cleaning out your closets. I'm hosting a clothing swap this next week, and I think there are a lot of things that hang in our closets that we just don't love and aren't serving us that could serve someone
Yes,
else. So
exactly.
and this month, I am offering a free Live Well, Age Well guide as a way to create healthy habits that are going to help you to take care of your body and to make those body loving choices so that you will feel good and look good and,
Good.
and then be able to be your best in the things that you're called to. So I will go ahead and put the link to that around this video as well. And would love both of us, I know, would love to answer any questions that anyone has just about
Absolutely.
this area, because we truly believe that when we're taking care of our bodies and we know who we are and we're letting that shine through, then we can better do the things that we're called to. So
Yeah,
thank you,
we become
Solita.
unstoppable.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing today. Thanks for your expertise and your heart for women in this area. And I'll look forward to hearing all the great stories that come from people figuring out what their personal style is. So
Yeah,
thanks
thank
everyone
you
for
for having me.
yeah, well, thank you everyone for joining us, and we will see you next time on Firmly Planted Wellness Live. Take care.
Yes, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.